All right, welcome back to the Shattered Teeth, everybody. Nice to have you along again. So last week, well, not last week, actually, the week before, you learned some things, and you're rushing your way to the Restless Island to hopefully stop a chain from being broken and the and bad things happening, shall we say. You do have to go to the village of Hollow Rock, though, to meet up with somebody there. But in the meantime, you're off on the water, just about to approach Wolf's Grass, which even from this distance looks like a fairly small fishing village. So, Rangers, Shattered Teeth players, what would you like to do?
Wow.
I guess get off the boat.
No.
Yeah.
Well, getting off the boat is fine, of course, but there's no actual wharf of note here. Like pretty much just a beachfront. So if you'd like to get into the rowboat, you're more than welcome to transport yourself to this fairly small island that way. Is that what you'd like to do?
Yeah.
Are we able to are we getting the horses on here?
The horses are on there. That's a complication.
We're going to a small island? What island are we going to here?
No, we're on a big island, bro.
That's what I thought.
Here, yeah, we're on
He's landing
the
You said something about small island. Like, wait, what?
Small village. I might have said island. I meant village.
Okay. That confused me. That's cool.
There we go.
Yeah, so... Shit, I don't know how we get the horses on there.
Well, they can swim, right? I mean, if we've learned anything, it's that horses are great swimmers.
There's all your 4 horses crammed at the bottom there.
Yeah, they're having a grand old time. I don't want to leave them in the boat with our people because we will come back and they will all be dead.
And also the crew doesn't want the horses there.
No.
Hence them being eaten.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we can put like a hearse on a boat and then move it back and forth, right? The rowboat could probably fit a horse and a person or two.
I can't imagine putting a horse in a rowboat.
Well, keep in mind that these are draft horses, right? Just horses designed for riding. They're not nearly as magnificent as Tana, right? Just average horses. So if you'd like to take a horse across, you're more than welcome to try. Who would like to take a horse across?
Well, you know, we'll try. We'll try how this goes.
I'm not gonna leave them behind.
They need to go.
You know, let's just carry one across.
Can't touch the bottom of the ocean.
I know, it's just joking.
Can we
If
cast
somebody has
water walk
levitate, or water walk
on the horse?
let's do it.
Yeah. What's that?
Does anyone have water walk?
No.
No. Oh.
I'm a bard.
I can help coax them or lead them or something because I'm good with horses, but I don't know what else to do. We need like a barge. Can we go ashore and find a barge to go come back and get them? Like a transport, like a ferry?
Yeah, I think even just finding any sort of assistance here, because we have no idea what we're doing. We just have a bunch of horses on a boat now.
Well, I'll tell you what you do see. There are on the shore. There's several fishing boats, much like you saw back at Long Beach, all the way back there. Just some simple fishing boats, and you've seen the fishing boats out in the water as you've arrived. And there's a group of about 20 or so fairly simple beachside dwellings, thatched roofs made primarily from wood. And there's already a bunch of kids on the shore staring out at you.
What should we say to the kids?
Do any of you know how to get a horse off of a boat without it dying? This isn't a riddle, by the way.
The kids just absolutely crack up and are literally rolling on the beach laughing.
How far is it?
Softy's put it safe enough that it's about 50 feet. He's hesitant to go any closer for fear of beaching the boat.
I can swim
Alright,
50
let's
feet.
just fucking do this. I'm gonna pick up a horse and toss it in the water.
You're going to pick up a horse and swim to the shoreline with the horse and yourself?
No, I'm just gonna toss it overboard
Oh, you're going to toss it overboard.
and then I'm jump in and try and
50 feet, it should
leave
be a
it.
swim. Yeah.
Water.
Can we at least have Rafe try to...
Well, Udas has done this. It's a done thing. So you bring up one of the horses. First of all, make an animal handling check followed by a general strength roll.
The first one should be interesting.
Yeah, the horse it's hesitant to A, climb the steps, and B, be led up, and you have to kind of pull it up to the top, and you get it to the top, and you do your show of strength and attempt to push it off the ship. Actually, I should just do a horse roll here, see what their strength modifier is. So a draft horse is a +4 strength. So I'll see. It rolls a dirty 20, so you put your back into it, trying to put it off the top, but it has nothing of it. And in fact, it's so annoyed that it throws a hoof in your direction. It's a natural 20 for 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Why did you pick the god horse, Udas? Like,
Yes, he's not raging.
Oh, it just kicked me. I'm going.
So Rafe real quick jumps in and tries to soothe the horse and calm it down, and meanwhile tries to subtly silk in between him and Udas. Udas doesn't kill the horse.
The horse did not leave the boat.
Yeah,
Udas
he's gonna try.
Oh, sure. Sure, make an animal handling check to try and calm down this horse who's plainly agitated. You do a good job, and the horse calms down, and it's just a little fretful. Wouldn't it be funny if this was the TPK situation? The horse takes out the entire party.
Believable.
Level 3 if it would. Okay, so we have a ramp. So we can have the ramps go down into the water. There's nothing lay on it though. It's gonna go straight down. It's gonna like go vertical.
Yeah, the horses more or less need to jump.
All right, Rafe will get on the back of the draft horse and try to get to run and jump off into the water.
Okay, so you get on one of the horses and you take a running jump, kind of, going up these stairs to the top deck, and make an animal handling check.
Oh, well, fail one now.
Leaps gracefully off the boat into the water with you on its saddle, and it's doing the horses can swim apparently, and eventually it gets its waist to the shore, and you're on the shore with a bunch of kids who immediately come up to you, start petting the horse and say, "What's your name, mister?"
Then I'm Rafe. Can you watch this horse for me? If you do, there'll be a gold piece in for you.
Woo! Okay, they all instantly lock eyes on the horse, and they start petting it and grooming it, and one girl starts plaiting the mane of the horse, and they're okay. The horse seems okay with this. Having been manhandled by Udas, it's enjoying the attention.
Yeah. We'll head back over to the ship again, swim across over, gets up, very stoically crawls over and says, "Okay, let's do another horse."
Okay, same again. Animal handling.
Does anybody else want to try this? Somebody all these come on, roll back eventually. There's one.
Remember I said in horse-related things you can have advantage on it, so that's a 21. Yep. So, poof, once again. So if you like, you could just roll 2 more times to get the total of 4 horses across. So 20 and a Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. It says 21 and a 20. All right, anyway. Regardless, it's effortlessly at one with the horses, just boosh, boosh, boosh. And then the kids are very excitable and they crowd around the horses. What do the rest of you guys do? Get wet, get to shore?
I watched this magnificent display of horse mastery, because I don't know how to fucking do that. And then I'll just run across the water. All cool, like, with my little ice stuff. I leave a little ice trail behind me for like a couple seconds.
Nice.
Under the water, all cool, like.
Okay, so Eris just skips. I have an Eris running quick sound. Does that sound appropriate, Eris?
Sure.
Awesome. So skipping across the water, Soren walks under the water.
Yep.
Sister Abedi just jumps in and does a pathetic attempt of swimming, but she eventually gets there. Roman, Soren, Kenryu.
I'll just swim to the shore with my dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll do a cannonball and then swim to the shore.
Nice.
Swim
And
now?
oh, that's everybody, I think. Oh, Udas is someone who we forgot, having failed to throw a horse. What do you do?
I'd be swimming, jumping in.
Okay, so you all eventually get to the shore, with Rafe taking the lead on the horses, and you make it to the island, to the village of Wolfgrasp. As I said, this is a fairly small island. It's a fairly small village. So there's about 20 things, rested kind of up against the trees and away from the water. And as I said, there's several fishing boats. And you're immediately flocked by the kids who are fascinated by horses, and they're really interested. And an older lady comes out from one of the benches. She's maybe 70, something like that. Deep brown skin with white hair kind of flowing down her back. And she walks with a bit of a stoop, but not too much. And she says, "Welcome to Wolfgrass, visitors. What brings you to our village?"
Well, we're a talkative bunch. Okay. We're just stopping here and moseying on through. I'm pretty sure. Right? Yeah.
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 Who are you with? Are you...
So this is Rave.
Soren.
Yeah. There's Udas over there. He's a little soggy. Ignore him at the moment. And then there's Roman and Kenryu, and I am Eris.
Oh, well, my name's Edith. Let me perhaps re-ask my question. Are you here as representatives of the Ascended Host, or the Wonderment Assembling, or perhaps you're with the Orcs?
The Orcs? Sorry?
I'm sorry, I don't know any of these places you speak of.
You haven't heard of the Ascended Host or the Wonderment Assembly?
Or the Orcs.
Well, the Orcs pretty much control the eastern portion of these lands. Like all of these things are Orc-held or half Orc-held territories.
Oh.
Which you'd probably know anyway.
Is it safe to go there?
No is truly safe in these lands, I'm afraid. Let me just reset Sirenscape. Hopefully that'll come across now. Whoops.
Sirenscape decided to go say enough about shit and go to the channel.
Hey.
There we go. Okay. Well, let's put it this way. sometimes Wolfgrasp has been under the direct rules of the Orcan territories and they've pushed through past the Baron outpost into here. Sometimes we've been ruled by the half-orcs, sometimes we're ruled by the humans, and I've been ruled by the so-called civilized races and the so-called monstrous races. It's all been pretty much the same as far as I can see. Greed.
That makes
Udas
sense.
will walk up and hand him, or is it her?
So her, Edith.
Hand her the rest of the bottle he's drinking. He won't say anything, but he'll just hand over the bottle.
She nods in your direction, and oops, here we go, and takes a swig. Oh, can't tell you how much I needed that. Thank you, son. Where are you off to after this, if I may be so bold?
Where are we off to, guys?
Hollow Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hollow Rock. Yeah. South.
South would be what I would say, yeah. Not too descriptive yet, right?
Well, as a word, as a friendly word, things are a little bit chaotic around here. We're usually getting help from Murstone with various supplies, and we send them wood as best we can, but supply lines, shall we say, have we been broken. And quite frankly, and you look around, and the children are obviously skinny, very skinny, in fact. Their hair would normally dark brown, but it's got these rust-coloured streaks in it. And she carries on and she says, well, we usually get help from Murstone, but even that has dried up. Our children go hungry. They are getting malnourished. And quite frankly, one cannot just survive on fish. We need supplies from Murstone. The half-orcs are breaking through the Baron outpost, looking to expand their territories. Taking their time, I guess, in these times of in these unknown times. And while people wage their wars and argue over territories and who owns what and how much gold goes where, the common folk like us, the people of Wolfgrass, we go hungry. We get ignored. I mean, if you ask me, the true victims of war isn't the soldiers; it's the people who are left to defend them by themselves. So, we are suffering. Things are not good. And I notice you have a ship. You have horses. So might I be so bold as to ask for your help? Just to make our village just that little bit better.
What do you need?
Yeah. How can we help?
Well, see, help is definitely welcome. We saw a traveller beforehand who came here, and he offered us gold. Which is all well and good, but gold will feed us tomorrow, but it will not feed us next week. What we're looking for is our farms to be brought back to life, our structures to be repaired, because when the storms come down, I'm not sure how long they're going to stay up again. We're looking for some type of school to be established here. I mean, if you do truly want to help, those are the things that we need.
Kind of on a timeline here.
Yeah, but I'm sure, like, we need to run down to Hollow Rock, like, southwards. we can pick some stuff up and like bring it back up. Like, what's wrong with your guys' fields and stuff?
Well, we need fertilizer, which we're expecting from Murstone, and our crops have just died without it. The soil has been overworked. You can only work the soil for so long before you need to replenish it. Fertilizer would be a good start. I'm not sure if Hollow Rock would have that, but it's worth asking. I mean, just your presence alone would raise the spirits of the community. We don't get a lot of visitors. When we do, they're like yourself. They're always on their way to somewhere else. So might you just stay a while? Maybe help teach the kids to read. Help us repair our buildings.
The truth is, if we had time, we might be able to help, but we have an urgent matter we got to take care of.
If we don't go, there won't be a village left to save.
Yeah, we are on a time limit. I have some extra food. If you want some extra food, I have some rations. I have like 5 things of rations that I'll like hand them right now.
She looks around at the 100 or so people who are staring you at the beach, and she shrugs. Oh, thank you. We will use this, but this is kind of like the gold coin. It'll help us in a very temporary way. I mean, the kids here are starving.
You know
Can't
what?
just stay a while?
Adults? Are there no adults in this town?
Oh, yeah, it's about 50-50. Half children, half adults.
And do the adults look like malnourished as well?
They look worse than the children.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
yikes.
So that adds validity to this. But you know what? Since we have to go, our ship obviously cannot go on land with us, though. They have a net attached to them. Why don't I ask the crew to like help fish in the meantime?
Fish.
And, like, we'll be back with some stuff, but
Fish is not so much our problem. We've been surviving on fish for weeks now, and quite frankly, we need something else. We need something fresh. Fish is not our problem. The crops are our problem.
Well, we'd love to help, but right now we are on a mission that's of vital importance. The more is at stake. I think that we will. I think keep your trials in mind as we take care of this issue, and then on the way back we'll see what we can do for you.
It's more important than the life of this village's children.
I think the lives of your children are at stake for many reasons, and one of the reasons we're trying to do is also putting you at risk, and more.
Make a persuasion check, Rafe. Okay. And she looks around at the children and gathers them in. Parents grab their children and they say, It's okay. We will survive. These people, I don't believe them. They're going to come back. And they just turn their backs on you and they wander back and go about their business, effectively giving you the cold shoulder, seemingly not trusting your word that the world is at stake, and seemingly not trusting your word that you will return.
I mean, we're leaving our boat here. It's kind of have to come back.
We will be
It's kind of
back.
Actions speak louder than words. Yeah, I mean, actions speak louder than words, so we just have to do it basically. So just have to first take care of our mission, and then we need to figure out on the way back how we help them. Just show it with action. There really is nothing to do. I mean, it's talking about staying around teaching people. We don't have time to do that. Fertilizer. These are all things that are not within our realm of helping if we're trying to help, save the world.
Mm-hmm. So the village wolf grasp, turning their back on you effectively, not just believing you're another person who promises to do good but never comes through with it. They start going about the business. And what do you guys do? Leave town?
Yeah. Head with out.
Okay.
And Udas would say to Rafe on the way out, that's why I don't make promises.
Get that.
As you so you have 4 horses. I know Rafe can bamf his own horse. How are you? Was somebody doubling up on a horse?
Somebody's on a dog. I believe
Yeah, I'm on a
Kenryu is
dog.
on a dog.
Ah.
He is a tiny man.
Doge. Doge the dog. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you start making your way south to Hollow Rock, and some children start following behind you, just kind of trotting, just keeping up with the horses, weren't going at a breakneck speed. And eventually, all but one of the children start heading back to Wolfgrass, giving up. But this one little girl, maybe 8 years old, has got her head down and is just following beside you. And you're a good 30 minutes out of town. The other kids have left like 10 minutes ago, and she's still there, following you.
You need to go back home. We're going to a place of danger. Is there a reason why you're following us?
And she keeps her head down, and she says, well, I don't know where you're going, but you had food, and anywhere's better than Wolfgrasp at the moment. I won't be any bother. I'll just follow along.
No, what we're going is way too dangerous.
Yeah, it's not a place for children.
We've yeah. But
Wolfgrasp's not a place for children. We go hungry.
I understand.
Yes, but there's fish.
Yeah.
One can only eat so much fish, and most of the time we're so tired of it, we just throw it up.
Udas is gonna scream in her face, go home, like angry.
Okay. Make an intimidation check.
Beggars can't be choosers.
No, and she's gonna die if she falls.
yeah. I'm
Like
not really.
straight up.
In the few
We do
times
not have a good
we
track
might die
record of
following
babysitting.
right? Yeah.
Give her a... No! I won't! You don't scare me! I'm staying!
All right. So Ray's gonna pick her up on a horse, gallop back to the village, drop her off, and then gallop back.
Okay. Let's see if you can grab this girl. She's going to roll a... Whoops. She's going to roll a plain old D20. You have to beat this with your athletics.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
To try some... Despite some struggling and some cursing and some kicking, it's a very uncomfortable ride back as she's basically screaming the whole way back to Wolf Grasps. And what do? You just dump her there and go back, or
Spike her down gently as you can. And so sorry. We're doing it too dangerous. You have to stay here. And turns and just gallops back to the rest of everybody else.
Okay, she gives a token effort of running after you. But she obviously can't, especially with the pace that Tana goes. And you hear a scream from the little girl, and she's, "Damn you! Damn you all! Take me with you!" And you see Edith wrap her up in her arm and say, "It's okay. It's just another person that's abandoned us. It's okay, sweetheart." And she leads her away.
All right.
We're horrible.
Nope.
Oh, isn't it
They're
horrible? to make us
ungrateful.
feel horrible for trying to do the right thing. We're trying to save the world.
Stick to the mission.
They're trying to distract us. Crazy.
So, with the wolf brass, Edith, and the little girl in the rear view mirror, seemingly not believing you, not thinking you are going to come back. And yes, that GIF Eris is quite appropriate. And you start making good progress towards Hollow Rock. Is there anything you'd like to do on the way? Any conversations you need to have?
So, I mean, I'd like to at least help them out a little bit. I don't know about you folks.
I mean, we are helping them. They just don't know it. I think that we have to be.
Yeah, and there's nothing
mean-
we can really do for them.
Yeah.
Like, past this
At the end of
point.
the day, if we're like saving the whole world, and then we also bring them food, I think we've done our part.
Yeah, and it's not even that. It's more they're saying, stay here and join us and to help us.
I mean,
When
I honestly.
we got more pressing things that will help them in the long run.
If we can
Honestly-
help them, we can help them.
Right.
If they're not going to pay us.
We
Um,
can.
Good.
I was gonna say, we all know that Redwater is kind of a good area for people to move to right now. It's got lots of free real estate, lots of farmland.
Good
I know
point,
we
yeah.
sent some of the people from Mornstead there, but like, I'm betting you not everybody went.
Good point.
That's
I
like,
didn't think about
yeah.
Like across the island, though.
that. Yeah,
We're
but we can.
assuming it's
And they're-
still
they're-
there.
And they're starving people, so I doubt they could make that trip.
Yeah,
can all make the
and
trip.
there's orcs infesting this island.
I mean, the issue is that we're gonna give them a whole bunch of food and stuff, and then the orcs are gonna break through this barrier, and then what?
I mean, the first thing is we gotta take care of this mission we're on now. I think after that we can see about getting them to. I think getting them to Redwater was a good idea. I think the first thing is first take care of what we have. The chain we're trying to save now is like top priority.
Yeah.
But yes, then I am behind you. If we can get them to Redwater or do something for them, I am behind that doing that. That's a long way with a bunch of starving people.
Yep.
That is a long way.
The whole village.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
impossible, but a long way.
We're
And-
assuming Redwater's there still.
We need to find this guy I've heard of named Connell who has like teleport circle.
Just what you would generally know is this line in the sand pretty much divides whoever's ruling this area of the Restless Island from this largely all contested infested territory, and there's barren outpost as the whoever's ruling this side of the island is their last defense against the orcs. So hence that why there's an outpost there.
Continue on toward our target.
Yeah, it's really. Yep.
Okay. So leaving the shoreline behind, you carry on across the Restless Island. It's going to take you about 2 days to get there. Unless you'd like to hurry. Would you like to hurry?
Define her. You mean like just where Jocelyn or just go fast? What's the?
Well, hurry. Like at the moment, your horses are more or less going at walking speed, but it's not taking a toll on your legs at all. If you like, you could drive the horses a bit better, a bit harder, and get to Hollow Rock sooner. Because at this pace, it's going to take you 2 days to get there.
Yeah, I'll do as fast as we can. But up to you guys.
I think so too. I think. Yeah. This is supposed to be like an A tier importance sort of thing.
Right.
Okay, so with that, Tana just strides out, and the other horses follow the lead and try and keep up with them as best they can. And we'll say Doge, the dog, taking Kenryu, is barreling along behind them as well. I'd like you to all make animal handling checks, but Rafe, you can do it at advantage.
Oh boy.
Oh!
Nice. Best friend my butt.
Well, Roman, that kind of makes sense for Roman, actually.
Yeah, me and my horse get along.
Oh, and Soren. Doesn't make sense for Soren, but he absolutely nails it.
I'm a farm boy.
Well, that's fair.
So I was treating this as a group check, and it's kind of evenly split between successes and failures. But I'm saying with Soren's natural 20, it does quite well, and you really push your horses. You kind of arrive in Hollow Rock in the early evening of the first day. Reminds me of I can't remember, Gimli and Legolas and Aragorn, striding across the plains to get there as quick as possible. And you do make a remarkably good time. I mean, Soren did roll the natural 20, but Rafe and Tana are definitely leading the way, and the other horses pick up on this attitude. And eventually, you make your way to Hollow Rock. And now, Hollow Rock is not the place you'd think that young girl would want to go. Maybe she didn't even know where she was going. But Hollow Rock is a city. It's built into the side of the mountain. It's kind of multi-tiered. There's an area at the bottom with a group of houses. And it just kind of gradually climbs up tier after tier up against the side of the mountain. And almost like a pyramid with this sort of slightly nicer structure than the rest of it. But you can see it's not where you'd want to raise a family. Even approaching, you see a lot of people giving you sideways glances and glancing at you, and a lot of the filth from the upper cities has just leaked down and gone into the lower portion of the cities, and you see a lot of them look like hardened miners. A lot of them are limping heavily, missing an arm, missing a leg. You suspect from accidents inside the mine, but it's not a pleasant place by any stretch of the imagination. What would you like to do?
Do we
Okay,
know
so-
where we're going?
Yeah, this is actually for the dumb guys.
I know there's a chain here or something, right? That's what we were told?
No, I think we're looking for someone who knows about the chain.
Let me double check what I wrote down.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Oh, seek out Yagria at Hollow
go.
Rock. She knows something of the ancient ruins in the mountains. Be warned, the price she demands might be more than you could pay.
Wonderful.
Oh, that sounds
Ominous.
Fucking great.
Yeah. There we go.
All right. This.
Uh-oh.
All right. So what do you do? You see the town in front of you. There's people. They're kind of ignoring you. They don't seem to have any interest in you.
Are you ready to go trying to pick one out and ask for the I can get the name. What's the name again?
I'll put it in chat.
Yeah. Yag. Okay, but my ability to pronounce words are horrible. Yagria. As you know where we can find this person.
Okay, you go up to what looks like a miner covered in dirt and filth. Looks like he might be coming off the and you look up, and on this city or village built along the side, there's various mine entrances kind of dotted around the place, and you see miners constantly coming back and forth on them, looking, not the happiest. And you approach a filthy miner who's coming up off the shift, a human. What do you say, Rafe?
I think we're looking for this person. You know where I can find this individual, Yagria? I've heard this name before.
What business do you have with Yagria, friend?
We're looking for. We heard that is it he or she? Do we know?
She's a she, friend. If that helps.
Yeah, we heard that she could help us out with a task that we have.
Well, you see that very top structure there at the top of Hollow Rock? That's where she resides. She's well guarded, so you better have a good reason for going in there, friend. Otherwise, it doesn't pay to get on the bad side of your Greer. And
Anything else you can tell me about her? Is she just a wise woman here, or is she a ruler? Do you know? Can you tell me anything more about her? He flips him a copper piece, I guess.
make a persuasion check at advantage. Given the copper piece. He looks around and kind of looks you. Are you on Tana?
Probably gotten down to talk to him.
Okay. He kind of looks you dead in the eyes. His eyes dart sideways, and he starts kind of walking to a place towards the edge of the town. I
He'll follow
assume.
casually. Yeah.
Yep. And he says, look, friend, we don't get many people like yourselves around here. People come here looking for work, looking to work the mines, dangerous as it is. And Yagria, she is the head honcho here. She's not pleasant. Everybody owes her a favor, it seems, including myself. Let's just say I'm paying off some debts. She's well guarded. Doesn't suffer fools lightly. And probably best if you approach her as humbly as you can. You might be a little shocked when you see her. I mean, she looks youthful, like in her 20s, but people who've lived here for longer than I've lived here say she doesn't seem to age at all. But it's like half young. Kind of the left-hand side of her face looks beautiful and wonderful in all the ways that youth provides, but her other half is rotting, I think would be the best way to put it. As I said, people, I mean, I'm almost taking a risk telling you this, but if you have a favor to ask her, bring gold, offer your services. Be careful. She's a dangerous woman. Nothing happens around Hollow Rock without her say.
Okay. Thanks, friend. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. Take care, friend. And no, it's not half-face, but there is a parallel there.
So I forgot about the group and tell them that, and says we may want to not all go and talk to her at the same time. There's some of us that are less humble and less likely to deal with to be charismatic than others.
Pretty sure we're all high charisma characters.
No, we're not all.
Oh, majority.
Wow, bro. Is there a bar here?
Yep.
I'm trying to avoid
Okay,
getting into those fights. That's all.
I'll go take you just drinking, and
There you
everybody
go.
else.
There you go. There you go.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so Udas and Eris head off to an inn. It is serving ale. It's an absolute shithole, but it serves perfectly well for sitting around and getting drunk and not much more. You're gonna work on that, Udas?
Yep.
Yep.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so with Udas and Eris down at the bottom, Soren, Roman, Rafe, and Kenryu, you start climbing towards the summit. It's a little bit confusing at start. It seems as if there was no real city planning here, and these abstract roads and stairways lead up to the top. But before you get to the top, it seems to be the bottom 2/3 of it. You can come and go as you please. But approaching the top third of it, it's gated off, and there's a couple of fairly stern-looking guard-type characters there standing out front of this gate leading up to the higher levels. What do you do?
To approach them and say, would you like to have a audience or a chance to talk with Yagria, if that's okay?
No, be on your way. Thank you.
Is there any... what would it give us an audience? We need to have a large need to have a conversation.
You're not given an audience, friend. You're offered an audience. And you haven't been offered one, so on your way.
How do you get the attention to be able to be offered one?
Yeah.
Hey man, look, I'm a soldier like you are, man. I'm just trying to find out how I got things we have to do, and this is a task that we've been given. So I'm just asking some help, man. What's the right protocol here?
Make a persuasion check at advantage, talking soldier to soldier. Look, do I really need to spell it out?
No, yeah, man. What's going on? I'm trying to do a job, you know.
Turns to Soren and the rest of the people in the group and kind of holds his hand up in mock disbelief. Does this guy really not know what I'm talking about?
He's a little dense.
Oh, apparently,
And
maybe.
I'll slide him 1 gold piece.
There you go.
Shouldn't you be in school, Sonny?
Oh, sorry, you've seen through my disguise, and then I cast Alter Self and make myself look like an adult version of me, but still small.
An adult version of you, it's just... Well, okay, cool. So the guard takes the gold piece from Kenryu, and they both step aside, and you're apparently free to go up. And so you continue winding your way up. Things are nicer the higher you go, but to say they're nice would be a bit of a stretch. And you eventually come to the very, very top building of this pyramid-type city. And there's a couple of guards out there, and you presume that Yagria is inside of this room. Inside of this building, rather.
We knock.
There you go.
I guess I'll knock on the door.
The door is open, but there's guards there. And just before you're about to wonder if you just wander in or talk to the guards, someone comes scampering out, sort of a middle-aged man, and he's carrying a bunch of looks like vegetables and fruits on him, but he's got a huge welt on the side of his head that seems to be growing, and it kind of reaches up and touches it, and it kind of breaks the skin, and blood starts trickling down his face. And he leaves and he says, blessings to you, Greer, blessings to you, Greer. He's obviously, his heart is not into it. What do you do?
You'll stand here awkwardly,
Yeah,
apparently.
I like that one.
The
Alright,
juices
sorry.
and Fruits.
Hmm?
Just introduce ourselves, guys. She seems like she's waiting.
Yeah. You can approach and
Yes. May we request an audience with
There you go.
Yagria, please?
The
Or we
guards
seek an audience.
kind of put their halberds, I guess, in front of you in a cross-type pattern, preventing your way, and they don't say anything. But then you hear a voice from inside, and it says, these folks look interesting. Let them in, if you'd be so kind. And the guards put their halberds by their side in the normal position, leading the way forward. And inside there's compared to the places you've seen before, this is quite a lavish building. And the room you're in as well, there's lots of cushions, and almost like on top of, on kind of right at the peak of the building of this room as well, almost comes up to a pyramid type shape, and right at the top, almost looking down like a king would on top of his throne, is who you assume is Yagria, and just kind of lounging along on this couch type structure, leaning back. And there's various guards in here as well, maybe a good 10, 20 of them, all looking ominous and stern, and she's just laying back on this couch. And you see her, you see that the pleasant side of her, shall we say, her presumably rotten side, is pointing to the other side. And without even making eye contact with her, she just says, you guys look interesting. I haven't seen you before. Why have you come to seek an audience with the Agria?
We're seeking a chain. We're told that.
Oh, no. You do not just come here barking your demands. What have you got to offer, Yagria?
Simply answering your question. What kind of things are you interested in?
What do you have?
We have our abilities. We have maybe some wealth offered. What things do you wish? What things get your attention? I've asked, but have I received any really details? That you have different interests.
You seem to have some confidence about you, friend. Are you used to talking people in authority with such a tone as this?
Pauses for a second. Yes, I apologize. It's not my intention.
So my question, once again, just to be clear, I am the one asking the questions. What do you, elf, and I'm not even sure how to describe the rest of you. You bring children here, you bring all sorts of creatures. It's confusing. So maybe you be quiet. What do you have to offer to me? And she turns to Kenryu, apparently shutting you down, Rafe.
What do I have in my inventory? I have, well, first off, I'm not a child right now. I casted Alter Self on myself.
Ah, sure,
to make
sure.
myself look like
Okay.
a gnome or something like that.
Okay, gnome it is.
But I have a hero's spirit that can do work for you if you require.
You are a mercenary for hire, you mean?
Yes. That is my true calling.
I like it that you don't speak in riddles. You still need to offer me something.
I got gold if you want gold, too.
How much gold do you have?
I have like 250 to give you.
Bring it forward. Actually, just place it on that table there.
Okay. And I'll just put 250 on the table.
Someone finally knows how to speak speak my language. You have my attention at least. Plainly, you is not commoners. So I ask you all, once again, what can Yagria do for you?
This is me asking the other players.
Sure.
We need her assistance to find something, right?
We were told she knows where some ancient ruins are in the
Oh, she has information on the train, the chain.
Yeah.
I think the way Eris put it was she has information on like the ancient ruins where the chains are or something like that.
Okay. Then I will say to her.
Well, in particular, she knows where some ancient ruins are, and you suspect that is the place where the unmade people are going to break the chain.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So yeah, I would say to her, I don't. We seek your assistance on shedding some light on the location of some ancient ruins that have some ancient chain linked to a god. We heard from a source that you are in the know, and we humbly seek your assistance.
I can't help but notice that all of you have hair. So I assume you're not affiliated with a similar group of people who were seeking out these ruins.
What?
Referring to the bald cultists.
This is the first time Kenryu has uncovered anything about them. So he just looks kind of dumbfounded right now. Genuine, like, confusion.
Soren will just like say, "Oh, those guys."
But to answer your question, yes, I do know the location of those ruins that you are looking for.
Will you be able to assist us?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Nice. Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Yagria.
She smiles. Her half smile, still not giving you her bad side, shall we say, still lounging back on her couch.
Smile back, waiting for information. Like a dummy.
After a few awkward moments, as you wait to do, she said, "Well, I know that you don't think this is for free, right? I do not give you something for nothing. The gold you give me attracted my attention, but that is all you get."
I don't have anything else to give, guys.
Well, let's just say that the people who came before you are quite odd, shall we say, but they paid handsomely for this information. And let's just say, if you think 250 gold pieces is a useful donation to the cause, then perhaps you cannot afford the cost of this information.
Okay. So this is.
Come on, guys. I gave her everything I have. Throw something on the table.
What if I was to tell you that if we don't have that information, the world would come to an end? Would you be more willing to help us better?
Oh, Lord. Here's our humble character. The world had to give us information.
Oh, I've heard some remarkable stories in my time with delusions of grandeur. But that surely takes the cake, saving the world, my goodness.
If you want me to kill someone, I can kill someone for you.
Oh!
I know a life is very valuable.
Well, that is true. Certain lives, shall we say, are worth more than others. I do have a little teensy tiny, small, not very significant at all problem that I'm sure adventurers just such as yourself can help me with. If you could perform this simple task for me, then the information will be yours.
Sounds like a good trade.
I guess I'll look to the group and say, do you guys have any objections to this?
No.
Then we're in.
Well, well, good. See, we have some mines here, as you no doubt saw on the way in. And they're kind of useful for iron and some other things. But let's just say there are some far more valuable mines deeper inside of the Savage Mountains. They bring out gems, gold, platinum, and all sorts of things. It's quite a profitable little mine. But the problem I'm having is my miners, they come back, and let's just say they don't move very much. They arrive back in town in carts, something resembling statues. So this mine is shut down. If you could open the mine for me, that would be great.
All right, then.
Now, let me tell you. I have my suspicions on who it is. There's this group of dwarves called the Ladwakazar clan. And they have the foolish assumption that the mine is theirs. We've claimed it for quite a while now. And now rumor has it that the leader of this clan has a basilisk in his employ. And it doesn't take a genius to put together the fact that some, shall we say, fanatical dwarves who claim this land as their own, a leader who wants to show his leadership, acquires a basilisk and turns my miners into stone and sends them back in no uncertain terms. So, find the dwarfs. I don't know exactly where they are. They hide from us. Deal with the problems. Let the mine reopen. Let the gems, let the copper, let the gold, let the platinum flow once again, and the information is yours. What do you say?
A little big snake. Sounds like we can handle it.
Yeah, that sounds like a mission that we would take. Yeah, I feel nothing like that idea going against dwarves. I don't know, but sounds like it's a deal on the table.
Yes, this is indeed the deal on the table. Now, as I said, the Ladwakazar clan is proving difficult to locate. Might I suggest, no, in fact, I insist, that there is a dwarf from the Ladwakazar clan who's quite he's an exiled member from the clan, and he fights in our arena. He's done a bit of a name for himself. So, do as you will. No skin off my nose if you take skin off your nose. But if you want to go to the pit fighting arena, find out the exile, and that would be a good place to start.
All right.
His name, by the way, if you're looking for him, is Bun Ladwakazar. Please,
We think we have our task at hand.
please do not let me detain you.
Grace, turn around and give a kind of a somewhat courtly bow and head out.
Okay.
Yep.
So you head back down, winding through the streets of the city again, and I assume you meet up with possibly very drunk Udas and supervisory Eris? I'm not sure. What do they find? What are you guys doing? There we go. We'll flip focus. What is Eris and Udas up to?
Probably drinking. I'm guessing the both of us.
Yeah, I mean, Udas would at least try and maybe get a drinking game going. Because why not pass the time?
Mm-hmm.
So we're probably absolutely fucking sloshed by the time you guys come in. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Is there enough decent alcohol in town to get you guys sloshed at this point?
it
mean-
doesn't matter if it's decent. It just has to
Yeah.
be a little bit.
Well, it's typical. It's not great ale, but I'll say if you both spend 5 gold pieces, you can get as sloshed as you want to. But it would take 5 gold pieces worth of this stuff.
Alright.
I
Okay.
can get the look of the sad children out of my head. Great.
We couldn't have helped them.
Yeah,
So-
we're drunk as heck.
You're drink as heck.
Yeah.
That's how drink you are.
Very drunk.
Okay, so that's the scene the rest of you find. Eris and Udas, very drunkard.
Good.
Okay, so you approach. What do you guys do?
So we'll tell them we have a lead. We have to help this lady to get any information out of her for the runes with the chain. So she's asked us to solve a problem they're having in the mines with the Ledwakazar.
Bless
clan.
you.
Yeah, thank you.
Uh,
Apparently there's a basilisk in there turning people to stone.
no, that's new.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And she wants us to
Sounds
do.
like fun.
There's ownership of the mine is in dispute between the dwarves and her, which is just a part that means we're going to probably be at odds against people that are not bad. but
I mean,
like,
what? So they have like a, you said a basilisk?
Yes. Or so she suspects.
Do we know what those do?
They turn people to stone.
Oh, not snow. Gotcha.
Not
Okay. Do they do that with like a bite? With what?
I don't know if Soren would actually know that. Would Soren know that?
Oh, my connection check.
Oh boy. I'm sure I'm amazing at these.
You're not sure.
Soren
I
will
mean-
say yeah, he doesn't know.
But you do know that they turn people to stone if nothing else. That's what Yagria told you.
But yeah, that's all we know is they turn people to stone. And that we need to find it. They're hidden somewheres in the mine. This dwarf clan with the baskets. And we need to find someone at the fighting pits. The Bun?
Bun?
Boone? Boone. Bahoon. Ludwig Kazar.
Oh boy.
Yep. Apparently he's at the fighting pits. Yeah.
fighting
That
pits.
is the info Soren tells you. If the other two want to correct that, then they can. If not, then that's what you get.
Oh, did you mention the part where I gave like 250 gold pieces and no one gave shit?
Oh yeah, I must have left.
So
that
that's
out.
why we have
Wow.
to do this task now.
I didn't know how much it gives. I didn't want to like. I didn't know. Like,
I didn't know either,
or
so I
not.
gave her a good amount. I thought
mean-
you guys would follow in my stead, but I guess not.
I knew that was the right direction. I would have honestly.
Okay, well, you know what? We're not gonna get any closer to being done by sitting here and continuing our drink. So let's go do it. You said some fighting pits? Eudes is up for a fight, probably. He looks, and I'm gonna look over at Eudes, who's
He's-
probably like swaying.
I was gonna say he's passed out. Or
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, he
Arm in
looks
his head.
ready. He should be fine. And oh god, I want to see someone.
Do it too if you guys need me to.
Wait, what did you say?
You know, with Udas being drunk, you might not be able to perform well in the fighting pits, so I can always do it.
I can take his stead. I'm the muscle if he's gone, and I just flex.
Is there any muscle on his child body? Sorry, on his
I'm
adult
in
child
I'm
body.
in a gnome body right now. It
I'm
lasts
gonna
like
laugh
2
really,
hours.
really hard. What a good
Actually,
joke. So
if
funny.
Udas is passed out right now, I'm going to change my appearance to look like a mini-me version of him. while I
Okay.
flex.
I'm going
What do
to
we-
make myself look like Udas as well.
Nice.
All right.
Except actually look his height.
This is an inn, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna like, so I'm gonna get up from my chair. I'm a little dizzy, but like a little okay. I'm gonna go over and like I'm gonna stand far enough away and just kind of like poke him with a finger, and then immediately snap back so that he doesn't like punch me immediately.
Mhm.
And see if he awakens.
I mean, what time is it?
It's late at night. I mean, you rode through the night, so it's like your early evening, like 10 p.m., something like that. The fighting pits happen in the middle of the night, though. I agree, you made that obvious that if you wanted to go, you kind of have to go now.
Oh, she got me up. I just get up. I wouldn't.
I'm gonna look at him
Danger.
and go, "Hey, buddy, you wanna go to some fighting pits? Apparently, there's a guy there that we maybe have to beat up. From what it sounds like, I think. I don't know. They were saying words and stuff, and I just nodded. It was great.
I mean, at this point, if he's taking a little nap, he's pretty much back to normal.
Okay, normal being drunk, but not so drunk that he can't function.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get up, you all get up, and you make some general inquiries about where the arena is, and it's almost trivially easy to find because you see a lot of people heading in the same direction, and you glance up and you see some people from the more upper level of this pyramid kind of city going there as well. And eventually the crowds start gathering, carriages start gathering, you kind of have to push your way through it. And you eventually end up in a bar, which another inn-type place, which things tend to get coordinated from. And you see the name of the inn, and it's called the Black Blade and Bloody Boar. And it's an inn. It's got a wide open balcony that looks down into the fighting pits. And you see it's typical kind of like a Colosseum type thing. There's a statue in the middle with its arms kind of outstretched either side with a rather nice looking gem in each of the statue's outreached palms. And people are gossiping back and forth about who they think is going to win and what the final task will be. There's lots of rumors and stuff going around. What do you guys do?
Well, we should probably look to see where we need to sign up, right?
So, like, are we looking to beat up this bun, or are we just meeting him? What's going on?
We should probably meet first, right? And then probably have some reason to have to beat him up, right?
Why does every road lead to beating them up?
Because D&D.
Why don't we ask them some questions like civilized people?
Which, to be fair, is also D&D. You're allowed to talk. But your point is taken, Sean. So what do? Do you try and sign up? Do you ask around? You try and find Boone, I think I said Boone. That's how I'm saying it, Boone.
Try to find him and at least start the conversation.
I'm guessing look low, it's a dwarf, right?
Yep, it is a dwarf, yep.
Wow.
So Kenryu does not look low. He looks
I have to look up all the time.
Yeah, fair. There you
And
go.
then
Let's
crick
for
in the neck.
somebody a little taller than Kenryu.
There you go. Kenryu.
Well, he'd probably be like at least 1.5 feet taller than me.
Yeah.
So that's more than a little. Yeah, can we look for this?
Yeah.
Boone.
So how do we look for him then? Just walk, ask around. Just walk around a little bit, see if somebody looks like him. What's the...
Okay, there's various dwarves around here, but there's various everythings around here. All of them are talking about... You hear the phrase stone dwarf mentioned more than once. Like, you think the stone dwarf can, go through the season undefeated? I got 50 gold pieces to say that is nonsense. His luck's about to run out.
Do you know where we could find this dwarf? We're interested in talking to him.
Hi, friend. You want to meet the stone dwarf?
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 ways you can get to him. You can head on down to the gladiator pen beneath the inn. That's where you'll find all the contestants. But unfortunately, the pen is off limits to guests. Only champions who's proven himself in the arena may enter.
Okay. Hey, you want to fight?
That's the one we're sending down to talk. Can we all? Is it like a joint thing? Can we all go down and beat the crap out of somebody, or like how does this work?
Teams of 2.
Oh no.
These are two.
I can join you.
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, give me and my kid here.
And I still look like a mini me him too.
You are obviously related. Marry your sister, did you?
I just
a
have
strong
strong genes.
Well, yes. Sure. Love is love, I guess. So if you want to marry your sister, don't let me get in the way. You're going to have to go seek to Githmerdra. She controls all the bits and pieces. Gotta say, she's not a friend of the stone dwarf. She's lost quite a bit of money on him. He's expected to lose by now, but he just keeps on winning. So if you want to enter the competition, ask. Githmedra is the one you need to talk to. And he points over to a lady kind of sitting in the corner, like in her own almost private booth, dressed in very gaudy leathers and lace. Matted hair is shaved along one side of her head. And she looks like she wants to be part of high society, but being born in low society isn't really helping her. Like you can tell, the lace is just a little frayed in bits and pieces where upper class people would just pay for some more. So she looks like she has ideas above her station, but doesn't do it. So yeah, talk to Githmedra over there. She'll help you out.
Okay.
Alright, let's
I guess I'll
go.
walk over.
As you're walking over, you look across the room, Mr. Roman, and you see someone looking back at you, and you recognize them as someone you knew quite well from the Broken Path. It's someone you know well. What do you do, Roman?
I'm gonna walk up to him, but like, just stand next to him and go like, "Long time no see."
Yeah, it's been a while, Roman. Can't ask, but ask. I mean, we have other business to discuss with you, but where's Armistice? I've never seen you two apart.
Yeah, he's suffering from an illness at the moment and is stuck at a temple. I'm currently trying to finish up some loose ends, and I show him the tattoo that is from the, what's the thing called?
The Upward Path?
The Mark of the Fate.
Oh, the Mark of the Fate.
Yeah, show him the Mark of the Fate. So we completed task 1 that our father sent us on. Now I'm trying to finish up some loose ends.
What loose ends are those? Could I help you with anything?
Yeah, if you could take a message back to my father, we might
Sure.
need help fighting against this crazy madman who's trying to end the world by unchaining a god.
You cannot be serious.
I wish I was joking. And in most circumstances I would, and I'd give him a slight elbow. But in this situation, this is real.
Well, I'll pass on the information to your father. I can't guarantee how he will react to it, but I will pass the information on, no problem.
Yeah, in all due time, me and Armistice plan on coming back home and giving him a full report, but in the meantime, we are trying to wrap this up.
So what ails Armistice?
So I'm not 100% sure. There's some clerics that are trying to figure it out for us, but he is currently not responsive at the moment, which is why I have the Mark of Fate and have been continuing the mission.
You know I'm honor bound to relay that information as well to his father.
Absolutely.
All right, good.
Supposedly I have to find some things. Actually, you might be able to help me possibly find some of this. Give me a second. I can't remember what all the stuff was that I had to find to bring them back, but I knew we wrote it down in our things.
We wrote it down like, sounds like the player not quite getting his notes quite right.
It was like 3 sessions ago.
I can help you with that if you like, since
Yes, that would be very helpful.
Okay, let me just bring up my notes. So, oh. Talking up our notes and now I can't find them.
I have some. Just...
Okay, that would be
If
great.
you got them too, yeah, anybody that can help.
There we go.
Ah, yes. So which ones do you need? What do you need help with, friend?
Did she write it down?
It's in Discord.
I'll throw it in Roll20 if that helps you.
So, you need 25,000 gold pieces, the blood of an innocent stranger spilt on consecrated ground, the chains of infernal iron, and a device to hold that, or a device that can hold a tainted soul. Also, you're going to want to be on the lookout for a Langston. What's his name? Langston.
Leighton Dawson?
Dawson. Yeah. Have you heard of the name?
Ah, yeah, well, everybody's heard of him. Anybody
Yeah,
who's anybody, anyway.
He's the one that put Armistice in his current predicament. I think that he's dead, but I'm not 100% sure, as we blew up his ship afterwards.
Well, the first 3 items I can't really help you with. I have no idea. But I heard rumors that in the bibliothèque, which, as you know, is the great library in Clifton, I heard things and heard of this thing that was called a soul coin that apparently can be used to trap souls inside of it. And then depending on your predispositions, you can do all sorts of devious things with the coin. You can use it to powerful great devices. You can use it to heal yourself, give yourself extra abilities. The only downside, though, is it literally costs someone their soul. The soul will burn up in the use of this item. So if you're looking for a device, I think perhaps the soul coin that is located inside the archive of the bibliothèque in Clifton, and that might be your best course of action.
That is an excellent idea. I have heard of that. I don't know why I didn't think of that before.
Now, Roman, I'm going to need your help, though. Something's gone a little bit awry in this godforsaken city that I'm going to need your help with.
Yeah, anything. Let me know.
Now, one of the challenges tonight is a gentleman called Audric Citorn. Now, Audric, not to put too fine a point of it, he needs to die. He's been luring people into the pits and killing them for fun. He's been linked with several murders around the city. He's managed to wriggle his way out of all of them. And this is in particular why some of the people he's killed have been children. This person needs to die. Despicable indeed, as we know your father. There's one line he doesn't cross. It's when it comes with children. So this man needs to die.
What's this man's name?
I put it in chat. His name is Audric Citorn. Now, if he goes
In
in...
the room dead. Where can I find him?
Well, he's due to duel tonight, but he might survive the duel, and if he does, he effectively will get a lot of money to no doubt get up to no good. So you'll find him down in the chambers around the arena where the gladiators go to prepare. Now, obviously, you're not allowed down there unless you join in the gladiators and win, or at least enter. But let's say there's more indirect ways that would be more politically expedient. And he hands back and he kind of palms you this vial. And he says, let's just say, put this in his water and Audric Citorn will be of no more problem. Now, I would do it myself, but I fear that my cover might have been blown here. People might be suspicious of me. So I'm going to hand this off to you, Roman. You slip this into his drink, into his water, and the problems will be gone.
Consider it done.
Okay, and with that, your contact, I guess, wanders away. Okay, so what do the rest of you do? So eventually, I will say, Roman catches up as you approach Gith Midra. As I said, she's sitting in a booth on her own. She's got a tatty lace and leathers, trying to look fancy, but kind of not really having the coin to do much. What do you do?
I guess we should approach her about signing up.
Yep.
Just
Me too.
what do we need to do to fight?
Oh, well, you're quite upfront, aren't you? Well, you need to put down 100 gold pieces for each person, 2-person maximum, so that will be a 200 gold deposit. If you win, you'll get far more than that. So it's it's a small price to pay. So you give me 200 gold pieces. Then you can get ready if you like, and we'll start the tournament. As I said, there's lots of competitors tonight. You'll just be one of them. It's just you, my rather large friend.
We were told it was teams of 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
my
will be
son-
joining him.
My son will be paying for this one.
Should does a double take and looks at the in the same way that Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger are twins. 200 total is the answer. 200 for 2, yeah.
You're gonna pay for me, right, Papa?
Nope, you said you got this one. Go ahead.
I got 100 to pay.
I also only have 100 on me. That's all the money I have.
Now let's just be clear about the rules as well. I can't help but notice these acquaintances of yours looking over your shoulder. They may not interfere in any way whatsoever. Crime punishable by death. We have people watching. We have magic users out there detecting magic. So no help from the outside. Any innate magical abilities that you have, you may use, as is true for your other competitors.
Innate
Weapons.
as in like spells that we can cast?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
And are we using weapons or fists?
Anything goes. And I must say, this is it is a fight to the death.
Winner takes all. Only one team walks out.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck, guys.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, and Gith Medra hands you a couple of tokens. You just show these guards by the pits, and they'll let you in, and you can prepare yourself there as you see fit.
Ready, kid?
Oh, yeah. Yes, Papa.
I love it. That's great.
Don't fuck up this time.
Oh, okay. You've seen me in a fight. You know I can handle myself.
All right. So, what do you do? The crowd starting to cheer. Some of the preliminary bouts are happening already. So, what do you do?
Ready when you are.
Yeah. Just cycle through some spell slots actually to get those back with my sorcery points before this starts.
Okay.
Could I have taken a short rest while we were at drinking? While I was drinking with me?
Yeah, take those 15 hit points back. You recover from the horse damage. Okay, so she directs you just to go down to the pits, show the guards your coins and the tokens rather, and you can enter. I assume that's what you do?
Yep.
Okay.
You guys should probably bet on us, and he looks specifically at Aris.
Oh, yes, that actually is true. Can I go bet on them? That they'll
Oh
win?
yeah, there's bookies all over the place.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Ah.
do some betting too.
Yep. Oh wait.
So we'll say
How much does
to
it cost to actually join in?
it was 100 gold pieces per entry to be part of the tournament.
the
Yeah.
only thing is it's
Okay.
a fight to the death.
Yeah,
Because
that
I
is.
was also thinking it'd be pretty sick to join in, but
Not if we're the two teams that make it to the end, we have to kill each other.
Correct.
Which I'm down for, but then we're definitely out two characters at least.
Yeah. No, and it has to be teams of two, right?
One or two.
One or two, yep.
Do I see any of the other people that have joined in?
Oh, there's lots of groups there. There's like, you know, people psyching each other up. You see a couple of them enter, a couple of other people into the stadium. They start just wailing on each other, and eventually one of them falls, and his friend falls, and the two cheers, and yeah, they seem to have won the first part of this competition. Okay, the odds against these unknown, the odds you'll get is 3-1. So if you bet 500 gold pieces, for example, you get 1,500 back.
Do I just gamble all of my money on this?
I am.
I'm gonna gamble
it.
$100.
Okay, I'm gonna make a stop at the bank,
Yes.
wow.
Yes.
and then I'm gonna put 350 on them.
Yeah, Mina's Mantra Bank is here, as it is in most places. You know, I think one way to think about it, Soren, is if you lose, you're going to die.
I'm not fighting.
So... Oh, sorry. But still 350, yeah. But for Udas and Kenryu, what have you got to lose? I mean, If you die,
That was
you
all my money.
yeah. So I mean, you might as well bet all your money. And Udas, how much did you bet? Just out
I
of
had
interest.
to pay. No, I have 100. That was all I had. 100
Ah.
to pay for my entry.
Okay. And
Just gonna win. What?
and Kenryu, do you
That
bet?
was also my only money for entry.
Wow.
Take the percentage of the teams winning.
Yeah, but the lady said if we win, we make a lot more.
It's
Right?
true. That's what we're here. Yeah, that is what she said.
I have to ask: is Roman doing anything?
Yeah, I'd want to make myself look like one of the people I saw that I know is fighting in the arena. But I want to do it like where no one can see me, so that way I can kind of like hide. And then I'm gonna sneak into the gladiators like arena, or like pins or whatever you call them.
Yep, pins is what you call them. I'm going to say it's easy enough for you to. It's a stadium, right? You get to see the people fighting, and you see someone who survived the first rounds of combat, and you take on their form. There's still 2 guards who are guarding the way in there to prevent people coming in. Like they let the 2 combatants in, but the rest of you obviously they don't let anybody else in. So what do you do, Roman, quote unquote?
See, I'm gonna walk up like I'm supposed to be in there.
And the guards stop and says, "Aha! What are you doing on this side? Should be on the other side. Cray, what's going on? I saw you fight not 5 minutes ago, and now you're on this side. What's going on?"
Yeah, I just had to run out here and take care of some business really quickly. But I need to get back inside to get ready for the next round.
Or under strict orders, you're not supposed to leave the arena, right? Either in a
And
body bag or
give-
the victor.
I give both of them 20 gold and say, "Can we just look past this?"
20 gold is quite a lot. 40 gold altogether. Yeah, make a persuasion check. Persuasion? Yeah, persuasion. You're persuading them to let you in. There's no deception here. And they look and say, this is strictly prohibited, right?
Of course, and it will never happen again. I might not be able to do it again, in all honesties.
Tell you what, make it 30 gold pieces each and we'll look the other way.
And I bump it up to 30.
Actually, make it fit.
And very
I appreciate
purposefully,
you guys looking the other way.
that they ignore you completely and says, you, no loitering around here. They're particularly calling out someone like behind you and kind of pointing over top of your head. You, and you. Get out of here. We don't need drunkards down here. Yeah. And you slip behind them. Okay. You're inside and you see what the others saw. People getting ready, people kind of slapping each other, trying to G themselves up. A lot of action, a lot of testosterone flowing around. What do you do, Roman? We'll do Roman first, and then we'll sort out this arena last time. So, Roman, what do you do?
So I'm gonna turn and face the wall and make myself look like Leighton Dawson.
Okay, keep in mind Leighton Dawson is a very large gentleman. He's extremely overweight.
Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna make myself look like him then, because then I can't do that actually. I'll look like a really skinny version of him then. That wouldn't work. I'm gonna make myself look like one of the guards I saw when we were in Clifton, that I've seen in Clifton randomly.
Okay.
So I still look like a person that's like there to fight, but like people won't recognize me basically.
Got
And
it.
then I'm gonna take the vial and like put it like in my sleeve and start looking for the
Good night, Sean.
guy I'm supposed to
Night,
take
guys.
care of.
Take care, buddy. Have fun at your
Right.
conference, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see you
Bye,
next week.
bro.
Take care.
Yep.
Bye. Bye. So you're looking like a guard that you've seen before. Oh, way less Dawson. That's great. That's all I got. Drop mic. So you're looking like a guard that you've seen in Wonderman Assembly type guards, the assembled, that type of guard.
Yeah.
Okay, done. And you're palming the vial.
Yeah. Like in my like sleeve, and I'm gonna be looking for the guy that I'm supposed to like take out. That's like the murderer of children and stuff.
He gave you a vague description, I'll say. You've got his name, of course. Now, the guy, this Audric person, was described by your contact as one of those skinny guys, but very, very powerful. So very, strong despite his slight frame. He's got a hair down to his shoulders, but none on his head. So it's someone who maybe had long hair as a youth and is just not prepared to give it up, even though it's disappearing on the top of it. And you go around and you search around these pits, going around and people kind of almost ignoring you as they're geeing each other up, punching themselves on their arms. And you come across a chamber. And you see behind this person who matches the description of Audric. And he's there with this very, very powerful orc-looking creature. So there's a skinny little guy with this bad hairstyle and this very, very large creature who would do very, very well in the fighting pits. And and you see just inside of this little antechamber that they're in, there's just a bucket of water, a cistern of water there that you assume he'd be using for drinking. A water jug, I should say. There's a water jug there. What do you do?
So I'm going to just like stand to where I can see them and wait for them to go into the fighting pit before I try to like slip it in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You wait a good half hour. And assuming you're not standing out, you're kind of wandering back and forth and keeping an eye on it. And after about half an hour or so, they start geeing each other up and they enter into the arena. You drop the poison in.
Yeah, so then I'm gonna walk and like try to make sure that nobody's watching me while I'm doing this.
Make me a stealth check. You reach into the chamber that they're in. And you hear a voice behind you as you try to... You do successfully put the poison inside of the water. And you hear a voice behind you. What the bloody hell do you think you're doing? And you turn around.
Slowly.
And there's this really, really large... It wasn't the orc that Audric was with, but it's a very large thing. And he starts poking you in the chest. I know you're up to no good. Hey! Everybody! This asshole's messing with the water! And a crowd starts gathering around.
So before he does that, I'm gonna cast suggestion on him and just say, "Calm down, take a seat, and wait for your fight."
Okay. To
And
make
while
it
I say
seem
that,
reasonable.
he's also going to. That is reasonable, right? I'm going to do or unsettling words, and do a 1d6 subtraction for him.
Roll your d6 now. 6, so that's good. So now
Hell yeah, dude.
So now the spell DC is 22. I'm going to say he would need a natural 20 to not be suggested. So roll me a d20, Roman, and don't roll a natural 20. So say what you suggested, and we'll pick it up from there.
Yeah, so I just say, "Hey, relax, take a seat, calm down."
And the anger does leave his body, and he does calm down. And he says, "Oh, I do have a fight to prepare. I guess I should take a seat off." Yes,
Wait till your fight happens. Don't get so riled up.
Yeah,
Watch this water and make sure no one else drinks from it except for, the people who own this water. You're a good guy, and you got this. And I tap him on his back and walk away.
He gets up and says, yeah, being calm and is good, and that's fine, but you're breaking a pretty fundamental rule here, friend. What did you do to that water?"
What?
What did you do to the
water?
I saw you with my own eyes. You're being sneaky, and I saw right through you.
I think you have me mistaken.
No, I don't.
I don't think there's no way that you saw me doing anything with the water. I didn't do anything to the water.
Oh, yes, you did.
I simply walked in here, looked around, turned around, and you were there poking me.
No, you didn't.
I'm going to cast suggestion again on him.
Okay. Roll a d6.
And yeah.
I assume you're doing cutting words.
Yeah.
5, so that puts it at 21. Same again. Don't roll a natural 20. And what are you suggesting?
That he forget about what he saw. Or he just, I'm going to suggest that he, walks out into the arena.
I would say that that it wouldn't be a reasonable suggestion. It is not his time to walk into the arena. He's here to fight. He's waiting for his time. That doesn't sound reasonable to me.
Okay. I would suggest that he.
I mean, this is not mind control. Remember, you're making a reasonable suggestion that he will follow.
Yeah. I would suggest that he. Dang, you're right. What would I suggest? I would suggest that he no longer talks about what he thinks he saw, because it didn't really happen. Just to drop the issue.
And he looks around, and he sees people looking slightly suspiciously in your direction. And he says, I guess it's best that I don't... it's best not to cause a fuss, shall we say. What do you say, friend?
Yeah,
it's
you have
just
a big fight to go for.
Yeah, I don't need to get involved with this. Not my problem, right?
Exactly.
And he gets up and he walks away.
Perfect. And then I'm going to walk back over towards the exit and cast message. Or no, not message. What is?
Sending?
No, because I don't have sending. Actually, never mind. I'm just gonna wait by the entrance or the exit till like some of the fights happen before I try to leave. And I'm gonna try and make myself look like somebody else so I can try to bribe my way back out again.
Okay. The guards, do you resume the form that you had when you... how are you leaving this place?
So I'm not going to leave quite yet, but I'm going to try and make myself look like someone else that's in the fighting pit, and then make my exit, like, at that point. But, yeah.
You can't leave, mate. It's either a body bag or victorious. You know that. I can't let you out.
Yeah. Do you mind if I go and place a bet on myself really quick? Or could I give you money to go do it for me?
Sure.
Cool. Here is 15 gold. If you could go place a bet for me, that would be greatly appreciated.
Sure, just wait right here. And one of the guards leaves, the other guard remains.
And then on the other guard, I'm going to cast Suggestion as well. And say, hey, I'm going to run to the bathroom while he does that. Can you make sure that when he comes back, he knows I'm inside waiting?
Okay, roll your d6 and roll a d20.
Oh my goodness.
21. You're rolling really well on those cutting words.
Thank goodness.
Oh, yes, 16. Oh, yeah. And it says, just be quick, all right? Just be quick.
All right. And then I go to the bathroom and change myself back to my normal look and then come out the bathroom.
All right, okay. So Roman successfully, with a rather circuitous route, does slip the poison into the antechamber that Aldrich was staying in. Okay, switch round focus. What are you doing, father and son combo here? Udas and Kenryu. Your bout's going to start fairly shortly. And yes, well done, Roman. Talked your way out of that situation, which is a very Roman thing to do, of course.
I would just talk with Kenryu real quick and focus one target at a time, then overpower the last one.
Sounds good. Excellent tactics, Papa.
You have to stop calling me that.
Okay, excellent tactics, friend. Do they have like rental weapons or shields?
Nope.
No? Okay, then never mind. I'm ready.
Okay, so eventually your turn comes around. Udas. Oops. And Kenryu.
Do we know how many rounds there are?
There is you'll need to successfully, if you prove yourself well in this round, you'll go through to the next round where you have to take on a much greater foe, and the foe is so great that many people kind of delay because they don't want to take on this last fight. But unless you defeat the creatures of the last fight, and this is what the talk of the tavern is about, exactly what will happen in this last combat. What are the creatures that you'll need to fight? And a lot of people are saying, let's get the first round out the way, give ourselves plenty of time to rest. And there's lots of tactical talk back and forth exactly about when they should take the second challenge. Because basically the general rule of thumb is nobody survives the second challenge. So they're trying to beat the odds as much as they can.
All right.
Okay. So eventually, your time comes, Kenryu and Yudas. And
I would like to rage as we're walking in, like as the fight begins.
okay, you're instructed to go to the center of the arena. I'll explain it in just a sec. Yeah, we'll do this one. Okay, so the crowd starts cheering on, and you walk into the arena. Your friends looking on, and you're instructed to place yourself, around this statue in the middle. And as I said, the statue has two gems in each of her palms, and you heard rumors that if you there's great riches inside of the statue, and something to do with the gems will unlock these great riches that will help you in your combat. But you see your two combatants. Two combatants, and one of them is wearing like the head of a lion, and the other one is wearing the head of a tiger, and they kind of start growling. Roar, roar. Then you hear someone screaming out with their voice echoed by some type of magical, and go! Roll initiative. Whoops. Bring up the initiative board would help.
Ugh.
Well, first time he actually.
Okay, and we are away. We'll get rid of that music. Yeah, it's not a great one. Okay, while I sort this out, what would you like to do, Yudas?
Like to rage first. Oh, that is. And before he rages, he will just kind of mumble to himself, I am the earth, and this time the stuff that happens... Oh, nice, they're both within range. This is the tendrils, but there will be more earthy, so it's kind of dirt and a wave of energy from the earth instead of necessarily myself. Oh, nice.
Okay, I like it. So each creature of your choice you see within 30 feet must make a Constitution saving throw. Okay, so these guys need some Constitution saving throws. Let's give them a couple. Okay, so as you enter your rage, these earthly tendrils, weird things come out and just shoot out. One of them dives directly into this guy's heart and the body, and he recoils, and the second one goes for the second guy. So horrified as what's happening to his companion, he recoils back, and the second one misses. But not a bad start. And don't forget your D12 temporary hit points.
Should I do a different one or use that same one?
I think a different one, because that's going to be a bit overpowered.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. D12. And Kenryu, what's your max hit points?
My max hit points is 72.
And Yudas?
With that 12, it's now 77.
Okay, so we'll just put 77 on your token, because the temp hit points won't matter terribly much. Okay, so that's your bonus action. You rage up, tendrils come out, the crowd gasps at this crazy thing that's happened already, and they just cheer. This is a type of shit they came they came to see.
And then I am actually going to scream at the guy right in front of me, but then run towards Kenryu and head for this guy.
All right. So swing away. I assume you're going to swing.
I am. I'm going to friends. Reckless.
Reckless. Okay. So you swing twice with your maul and thunk, thunk. Hit him twice with your maul. Roll damage. Don't forget your rage.
Yep, +4, so 21 of terrible damage. And then I will move him right here next to me with Crusher.
Okay. So remind me what Crusher does again?
Once per turn on a successful hit, I can move them 5 feet in any direction.
Where do you move them to? You just kind of hit them on the side with the maul, then whack him on the other side, and he stumbles and he lands over there, getting his weapons ready. Speaking of weapons ready, which guy is this? Yeah, it's the guy right next to you just thumped up. He looks around and says, "Get the little guy first. We'll team up on the big guy." And he swings to the other side of you, looks at Kenryu. What does Kenryu look like at the moment?
Like a little mini Uras.
Okay, so there's... Get this inbred little shit first. And he swings his longsword once, swings his longsword twice, and with your AC of 20, less than 21, he cuts you up once, cuts you up twice.
Unfortunately,
Yep.
I cast shield.
So what's your
now I'm
effect?
at 23.
So
Oh, no, 22.
22. So shield goes up and you block the first one with your shimmering arcane energy. But then the second one finds a little opening, and the second one stabs you for 10 points of slashing damage. So the slashing only happens once. And he's dual wielding, by the way. He swipes you twice with a long sword. And then with this little short sword on the other hand, he takes another swipe at you. But this one just clangs off your armor, and it doesn't actually hit. But he says, "We got him! Get him, boys! Get him, boy! Come on, Kenryu!"
I'm gonna move right here, and as the bonus action, I will cast Shadow Blade.
Okay.
And then with my action, I'm casting what was it called? Bright Blade.
Okay.
Oh, what the? Okay. Yeah, I will roll for the attack. 12 probably misses.
Ooh, swing and a miss.
And then for my second attack, it'll just be normal.
Okay, and
14 probably misses.
and again, whoosh, swing and a miss.
I'm just a little kid.
Do you stay where you are?
Yes, so I will stay exactly where I am.
This guy rushes over to you, wielding his long sword once again. Let's get on the right page. He swings, aiming low. This one just swings and a miss. Your shield doesn't even come into it. But he swings again. And this time it is blocked by your shield. Doesn't get through. He says, "God damn the shield!" And he is going to then follow up with his offhanded short sword. And this one he goes to swing and you duck underneath it. And his short sword goes flying over here. He completely fluffs it. You're too short for him. And the DM gives himself a fail. Okay, so that's their turns. Back to you, Udas. You see them just ganging up on Kenryu. He took one serious hit, and the guy thought he'd throw his shield away, his short sword away. Udas, you're up.
Yeah, just say to the guy injured in front of me, that wasn't very nice. And 24 and a 16.
The 24 hits.
17 points of damage.
Okay, he takes a step back as it thumps into him, and he groans as your bludgeoning maul hits into him, and he's looking damaged, but he knows retreat isn't really going to help.
Yeah, I will push. I'll hit him right in the chest and push him back away from Kenryu, and then take his position.
Okay. He kind of wipes some blood from this space and says, I can take a lot more of those hits. And he's going to attack you back. And he's going to attack you at advantage because you went reckless. Yep. He's going to make... Let's have a look. Ooh. What's your AC?
13.
Okay, so well, let's put this all together. Okay, so the first long sword, seeing the opening as you're just going crazy, he slashes across your chest for 11 points of slashing damage, reduced to 5 because of your rage. And you're almost getting over cocky, thinking you can take these guys easy, and you leave a big opening to him, and actually gets a critical hit on you for 16 points of damage, reduced to 8. And then, buoyed by his success about how open you've left himself, he follows up with a final one and stabs you with his short sword for 4 points of damage, reduced to 2. And he says, look, this big oaf doesn't have any defense. Take him out! Kenryu.
I'm going to step right here and then try to do what I did before.
Okay.
Where is it? Bright blade. Jeez, I'm not.
Wing and a miss.
And then I will attack with a normal attack. This time. 19. There we go.
That one does hit.
So that's 20 total psychic damage.
Okay, so you come up and you stab him with your blade, and he recoils back, and he starts holding his head, and blood starts pouring out of his. Get out of my head! Get out of my head!
And then I will spend 2 sorcery points to quicken Bright Blade again.
Okay.
And a 22 this time.
Yep.
With 13 being psychic, and then 6 being radiant.
Okay, so once again you stab him with your shadow blade. He recoils back. He's looking rough, but he's still up.
I meant the guy that I had hit. Or that was hit before.
How much total damage did you do?
20 plus 11 plus 2 plus 6. 39.
39. Okay, so you start carving into him. He takes a buttload of damage, still standing though.
And on the next weapon attack, not from me against him, he'll take that 9 radiant.
So next time he attacks someone...
someone other than me attacks him with a weapon. 9 radiant.
So he's almost glowing there, waiting for someone to trigger it. Okay, got it. Okay, this guy, being buoyed by his friend's success, turns his attention to Judas, looking at how weak his defense is. Let's roll these first. 1, 2, 3. And once again, the first one you left yourself completely open for, and this time he rakes you across the back. There was a critical hit for 14 points of damage, reduced to 7 because you're raging. The next one, once again, left yourself far too open. He cuts you across the chest. This time only for 4 slashing, reduced to 2. And finally, as you're taking blow after blow, he gets his little short sword and puts it right against your stomach and sticks it in for 4 points of piercing, reduced to 2. So taking the hits, Judas.
Finish off the weak one first.
Uh-huh.
Oh, of course. That's the... Well, he's... just hammers or maul straight down, head into the body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can roll damage if you like, but you also get Kenryu's another 9 points of damage.
Yeah, and then 2 on top of that, so like 29 damage.
And I guess that the radiant damage that you do, not that it really matters here, Kenryu, but I think that would be doubled as well, right? Because it's all dice roll that it doubled, and I assume did you roll dice for that 9?
Yeah, that's rolled, but I mean, if you would rule it that way, but I mean, it wasn't my attack that crit.
So let me see. You hit him and you kind of charged him up, and then a critical hit him. Oh, I'll say yes. There was dice rolled for damage, and yeah, you just pulverize this guy into a little putty, a little bit of goo on the ground. The sound effect that I was playing around with called gooey, and it sounds disgusting, but that would be the perfect sound effect for this thing. So you just pulverize this guy's brain into the ground, and he falls to the ground dead. And that's your first attack. Got another attack there, Udas?
Great work, Pops.
Yes, come in on 17.
17. Okay, 17 just hits.
Damn, 11.
11. So, boom, you come down of a crack across the back of his knee, and he buckles a little bit, and with a limp. Oh, this guy is going to get double teamed. He's he's stumbling around, and he's kind of almost looking for a way for it to escape, but then he knows escape is not really going to work in any situation. Kenryu.
Right blade him. Oh, whoops. Oh, well, that's a miss.
Swing and a miss.
And then I will just normal attack him. And that's a miss too. God damn.
Swing and a miss.
And I will burn 2 more sorcery points. for
Okay.
the blade. 17.
This one does it.
So that'll be 16 psychic, 4 radiant
So
on this
20.
attack, and then 4 on the next attack that hits him.
Okay. I'll just put a 4 there so I remember. Okay, and this guy who doesn't have his short sword. I think I might have done that wrong before, but he doesn't have a short sword, but he is going to attack you twice with his long sword. Udas at advantage. Ooh, one of them misses, but one of them he just nicks aside of you for 7 slashing damage, reduced to 3 because of your rage. And then he's going to plain out punch you with his offhanded attack, and he does hit. Cracks you right in the face for 4 points of damage, reduced to 2, as he punches you right in the face, trying to break your nose. Udas.
Yeah, just right back. I mean, we know we got him at this point, so Udas is kind of just smiling at him, even with the miss. Got a little too cocky on that one. 15 bludgeoning.
So you crush into him, do a total of 15 points of damage, and he stumbles back. And in fact, that does 19 points of damage as Kenryu's extra little damage thingamajig kicks in, and he's looking really rough. He's bent down to one knee. he knows the end is near. And he grins and he looks at both you. I'll be seeing you boys in hell. Kenryu.
Finish him off, son.
I guess so. And then I bright blade him. What the?
I have to give one of you these now, because that's just happening too often.
And then I just do a normal attack. For only 7 damage.
The crowd cheers as you actually manage to hit this guy. 7 damage. He crumples to one knee, blood pouring out of the wound as you stab him with the shadow blade. I'll do one of these. And finally he stumbles up and he's on one knee, and he turns to Udas and he turns to Kenryu. Well, which one of you boys want to bleed?
Not my papa.
Papa it is. Papa it is. Stabs Udas twice at advantage. And he hits both times. So from his bloodied hand, he swings the long sword right across your chest, doing 11 slashing damage, reduced to 5 because of rage. Then he slices at you again and hits again for 9 slashing, reduced to 4 because of rage. Judas.
Time to die. I would say you fought well, but... and then crushes.
Okay,
Right
that
across the
hits.
cheek. 13 points.
So you swing the maul. It caught him across the jaw, and his head does almost a complete 360, independent of his body. Then swings back around the other way, and he crumples to the ground, defeated. And the crowd starts cheering. They're very much into this. And you hear a voice over the loud screen. Judas! Kenryu, you've proved yourself worthy in the Colosseum. You shall battle again in 10 minutes. Prepare yourself. And you see the gate at the bottom of the stadium open up. You have 10 minutes.
Going to cycle through 2 first level spell slots to get back sorcery points.
Okay.
And that's my only prep that I'm going to do.
Judas, anything?
Not unless Kenryu has a healing potion on him by any chance. I guess we should have asked the others before we came in here.
I feel like we've never even bought one before.
Probably true. Alright. I mean, he's hurt, but he's certainly not down.
Dang, I should have took cat nap so we can do a 10-minute short rest.
Ooh, that would be nice.
Well, I know for next time now.
Eris Roman's busy, but is Eris or Soren doing anything?
So are our bets per fight, or like how does that work?
No.
No.
Winner takes. No, it'd be per fight, because these per fight. So feel free to calculate your winnings. How much did Rafe bet?
350.
So 350 from Rafe.
He did 250.
He put 350 in chat.
Oh, I must have read it wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he put
350.
He put that.
So your 350.
That is
and
also what I put.
It's 1,050 if it's
50.
3 to 1.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'm rich.
Getting rich off of our pain and struggling.
Yep.
So, can we bet on the next fight? Is that what's happening?
Yep, you can. You have to be quick though. I'll say once again, I'll say the odds are 4 to 1 this time.
Quadruple your earnings, guys.
I know. I'm a little... Hey, is this another fight to the death?
Yep.
Heck it, I'll put everything I just got. I'll do 450 on this fight.
All right.
Oh god, it's 4 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
Believe in us, Soren.
You know, I mean, live and learn, right? So.
Save 50 gold to bury us.
What? Bruh.
If I lose it, I still got 50.
And I go, up
I
in
guess,
later.
And 2 friends gone.
Worth it.
Worth it.
Okay. So you gather yourself up, you take a breath, Kenryu, you re-up your spells, and you're about to go on. And this dwarf comes up behind you, and he taps you. Look, friends, I've been all through all this before. If I fight here, we're both going to be rich. So you want to fight with me? I haven't been defeated yet all week. You want to do this with me, boys?
The fuck are you?
They call me the Iron Dwarf.
Oh, nice.
And we're supposed to kill him, or that was our... I can't remember. Were we just supposed to find him, or were we supposed to kill him?
I'm muting myself.
Soren's bouncing around cheering in the stadium.
Yep. I chucked myself on so I could cheer.
There we go. We'll put Rafe there too, and Eris.
As a player, I had to step out when Larga was explaining everything.
So I'll give you the cliff notes. She said that he is from the clan who thinks the mine is theirs and should always be theirs, but he's a bit of an exile, is how she described him. So someone who would know a lot about the clan, but is not necessarily loyal to the clan. He's an exile.
Gotcha.
Okay.
We will fight together then.
Yeah. We'll fight together.
All right. So you see him. He's just got a hand axe in each arm. You ready to do this, boys? And he leads you both out into the center of the chamber once again, and you hear the crowd cheering. Yay! Woo! And you hear the chant goes up. Iron Dwarf! Iron Dwarf! Iron Dwarf! And Boone just rises both his battle axes, hand axes up in the air and says, "Hurrah! That's a good day!"
And right before the match starts, seeing how much Kenryu was struggling back there, Yudas will pat him on the back and say, "You'll do a little better this time. And for the next 10 minutes, you get a D3 whenever you make an attack roll."
Oh, hell yeah. Thanks.
Oh, nice. Nice. Get that D3 out of your dice bag.
The classic D3.
And as Boone is soaking up the applause and kind of waking the crowd up, all of a sudden the crowd goes deathly quiet because they know this is a big reveal. This is the creature that might, kill the Iron Dwarf, might kill Kenryu. And a little trapdoor is open, and this creature comes out of it and flies straight up into the air. And you see before you this creature. It's got dragon-like wings, a dragon mouth, the head of the lion, and the head of something else. Oh, I forget which is the other one.
A goat.
Lion, snake, and...
A goat.
Mara.
Is it a goat? That looks like a goat.
Oh yeah, it's a goat.
Yeah, it's a lion, goat, and a snake.
Yeah, I'm terrified of dragons. I'm terrified of lions. Can't say I'm terrified of a goat. But regardless, this creature just comes up from the ground, ready to do some damage, it seems. Roll into initiative. I'll roll for it.
Oh my.
I wonder.
Kill them, Chimera! I should have put my money on you.
Oh, yep, you should have. With those.
All these melee characters.
Okay, I see there's a button on my sound thing that says Chimera Battle. And that sounds... Oops.
Don't forget, Boone.
Okay, so the creature rises up in the air and it looks like it's getting first attack. It is, as it entered the arena, it is 30 feet up in the air. And it swings around here, still in the air.
Who needs initiative still?
Oh! Who needs initiative? Oh! Boone, sorry.
The dwarf.
Alright, you are.
Iron
wow.
Bun.
Iron buns.
He looks up into the sky and says, "Ah, shit." And, says, "Gotta bring him down, boys! This is some bad shit!" And he ducks away from you, goes down here, and he's gonna take the dodge action. Get him down on the ground! And now the Chimera is, so it's a 15 foot cone. He flies directly above you, comes 15 feet above you. We'll get him kind of right in the middle of there, and he looks down at both of you and lets out a fiery breath. I need both of you to make me dexterity saving throws as this fire just erupts.
This is where we die.
You both look around and you surprised, terrified by this creature. I'm not sure which, but you both take this much fire damage. And I'll say it goes another 15 feet up in the air. Kenryu, what do you do? So it's 30 feet above you.
I am going to. I'm going to. You said he's 30 feet in the air?
Yep, hovering above you.
I'm going to Misty Step right on top of him.
Ooh, nice. Now I'm saying since he's hovering there, just on top of you, it's not terribly difficult to get your Misty Step, but we'll need you to make me an acrobatics check to see if you can maintain balance up there.
Thanks. Do I fail that?
Do I need to tell you?
Cause I have let me find it.
Your sorcerer thing.
Yes. The magical guidance. Beyond 20.
To re-roll the d20. When you make
I
an
also
ability...
forgot about danger sense, so I actually have advantage on that dex save.
Oh, sure, roll. Oh, yeah, so take half of that, so you take 11 points of fire damage. Kenryu, so we can assessment. When you make an ability... Yeah, it fails. So you can spend a sorceress point and re-roll your acrobatics.
Oh,
There we go.
You're on top of this thing and it's bucking around trying to throw you off, but you are up on this creature.
and now I am going to just start wailing on him.
All right.
First attack with Booming Blade.
Oh, booming blade, nice.
So that is a 25 to hit.
25. So you charge up your weapon and you unload this booming blade just right on top of him.
And that's 10 slashing, 7 thunder, and 10 if he moves again.
Okay. Now I'm going to
And
say you're
it's-
not going to kill him this turn. So I'm just going to do the full 27. So when he moves, it's going to take that booming damage.
And then second attack, 25. Fuck yeah.
That hits as
That's
well.
just 12 normal slash. And then I'm actually gonna shout at Udas now. The legend about this statue! It's supposed to help us!
Alright. Yeah. I hear you.
Okay. And you hear Boone say, the boy's right! Get to the hands! And once again, you see two massive jewels in the palms of this statue's hands. Okay, so the Kenryu, nice move. The crowd loves that and starts cheering along. Fantastic. Udas.
Rage first.
Okay, let's see how you wildly rage.
Alright.
Okay.
So you have the little sprite will show up. I'll put it up in the air right next to him.
If you go to the undercarriage, you're guaranteed not to get a Kenryu.
Okay. Yeah, right on the belly.
Okay.
All spot. And then how low are the hands? Where are the hands? How high are the hands?
They're 20 feet up. So you have to find a way to climb. If you have
Yeah, I'll
20.
just run and climb if I can.
Oh, yep, acrobatics or athletics. Yeah, no problem. So what you see in her hand is a gemstone. You look closely at it. It doesn't appear to like be pinned down or anything. You could just pick it up. And then something inside of you says, man, I remember what Indiana Jones did in that movie. I'm going to have to replace something of equal weight to this gem. What do you do?
I mean, I don't think I have anything on me. Oh, I guess I'll pull out a bottle of booze that I think might be about the same weight of that gem and leave that
Okay.
in its place.
I'm going to say that. Let me just take it a sec. So I'm going to need you to. You have this bottle of booze in your hand, and you're not quite sure if it's the same weight. So make me an intelligence check, Udas. As you like tip out a little bit of booze to try and make it the same. So an intelligence check. And you look at it, and you, regardless of what you're going to roll, you're going to swap it because you're convinced that it's right.
Oh yeah.
And you instantly swap the bottle of booze. You have this gem in your hand. Nothing happens. Nothing bad happens. And you look across, and you see the other hand. But you suspect you have to do it to both of them. But that's all you can do this turn. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Nice. Boone says, to hell with this. And he's going to throw his two hand axes. Throws the first one. Throws the second one. One of them actually hits.
It did need to make a dex save at the end of my turn.
Okay.
Right.
Let me do this damage first. So he throws his hand axes up in there, and one of them just manages to slice into the underbelly of this creature, doing a little bit of damage. And his hand axes fall to the ground, and he can pick them up next turn, and then needs to make a dex save. Rolls a 13.
That will hit. So, one force.
It's a little pop
One force down.
of damage. Okay. Now the Chimera's turn again. Kenryu, since you're up there, why don't you roll me a d6? Okay, does not get its breath weapon back. Okay. So 30 feet up in the air. Goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He comes screaming, sort of on a diagonal angle, lands on the ground and tries to crunch you as he's landing, kind of does a backflip almost to try and get you off. So make me a dexterity saving throw, Kenryu.
Dex save.
Yeah.
Please be good. Yes.
Okay, I say take half of this. So nice. So 5 points of damage. You do take bruises, because it's hard when a chimera lands on top of you, but you do it, and you do not become prone, which seems to you like a pretty good idea, because otherwise these attacks would be at advantage. So from its dragon type head, goes to try and bite you, rolls a 25 as his fiery teeth sink into you, and you take 8 points of piercing damage. And then the horns from the goat, they fall off and try and gore you right there. And they hit as well for another 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
What was that roll?
25. They're both 25.
Oh, dang.
And so 14 points of damage so far. And then the claws of the lion starts raking across your body again. This time rolling a 17. So slicing into... Oh, so 17 would have hit. Okay, shield pops up and you're on. Okay, cool. So the last one. Oh yeah, sure. But the last one was a 17. So do you need to cast shield?
Yeah, I have 17 exactly.
Okay, so shield goes up. Cool. Okay, so being beaten up, this thing would have done an absolute number on you. You managed to avoid 12 points of damage, which is nice, as your shield protects you as it goes up amongst you. Kenryu, you're right next to this creature now. It is on the ground. What do you do?
I am going to quicken. I will. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I'm actually going to cast. I'm not quickening anything. I'm actually going to cast Blinding Smite.
Okay.
Let me display
Oops.
what it does. And
So let's do the.
14 on my attack.
Okay, so
Let's see if
con
it actually hit
saving throw. It's a plus 4.
When I hit, I don't even know if I'm gonna hit this time.
Okay, well, try and hit.
Well, yeah.
20 does hit, and it does fail its Constitution saving throw, so it is blinded. So I'll put the blind condition on him. And how much damage?
That is 17, and then 11 if it moves.
Okay,
Also
so
15 from the blinding smite too.
okay, I'll put that all in. So you charge up your sword with a blinding smite. Does hit. Okay, the roar's up in pain. It didn't like that at all. Is that your turn, Kenryu?
I still have my second attack.
At
Since it's
advantage?
Blinded. Like, oh yes. Hell yeah.
Yep, that hits.
22.
So while it's moving around on the ground, not looking terribly good, you take the opportunity to stick your sword in for an additional 7 points of damage. The crowd loves this. They cheer. Things are going great. And you hear some chains rattling behind you. A trapdoor opens behind you. And one of these gentle creatures comes out. The lion gives out a roar. It's obviously not happy to be done this. And it comes hurtling up from like a trapdoor below. It's like it's been obviously released in a cage. And it just comes barreling up at you and it leaps into your direction. And then it's, okay, and it's coming at you with its leading with its claws, and it rolls a 19, which I think
Shield
will
goes up.
miss. Yeah, the shield goes up. So it was looking bad. It was going to pounce on top of you, knock you to the ground, but you push it off with your shield, and your shield protects you. Just you are safe. Judas, you are up on this 20 feet up on one of these hands. What do you do?
I'm just gonna jump to the next. Try and jump to the next hand.
What's your standing jump distance?
My strength is +5. So isn't it? Or is that Dex? Do I have to climb down?
Well, I'll tell you about the jump rules for D&D. Oops.
He looks them up.
Because I know you can jump up to your strength score given a 20-foot start. Oops. But you do not have a 20-foot start, so it's your standing jump speed. Damn it.
I think I just found it jumping. Here we go. When you make a standing long jump, you can leap only half that distance. So
Okay.
it's your strength score. The number of feet up your strength score if you move at least 10 feet.
And you don't have that 10 feet to do a long jump, so it will be a standing jump. What's your strength?
My strength is 20.
Boop! Yeah, that's exactly what you needed.
Nice.
20 feet you jump. So that's just your movement as well. So you effectively use 10 feet of your movement. And you see another gem there
Yeah, try and switch that one out as well.
with another bottle of booze.
That's all I got on me.
Okay, so yeah, make me another intelligence check. Ooh, this could have gone really bad, Judas, but that does
I'm
what?
holding the other gem, so I know how much it weighs.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So the chest of the statue opens up, and inside you find 3 potions. And these are the potions you find. Now, I assume you grab them,
I do. Yeah.
and it's a bonus action to drink one of them if you're feeding it to yourself. So if you want to take one of those now, you can.
I will, yes, bonus action, greater healing is going.
Which I think
Okay.
is 44 plus 4. I think that's right.
I believe so. Oh, that's 12.
Okay, regardless, the potion flows into you. You feel a lot better. You see your wounds closing up. And yeah, you still have your action. That's your movement, 10 feet of movement, your bonus. What do you do?
I will just climb on down, and I think I can get about right there.
Okay, sounds good to me. Bun says, fantastic! You got the creature on the ground. He goes to pick up his 2 hand axes. I'm going to say, given the way they fall, he only has 1. He rushes up to the creature, swings single time with his hand axe, and does hit for 5 points of damage. Take that, you bastard! As he slashes into the chimera. Just boosh. Obviously not taking the dodge action. The chimera obviously doesn't like being here and is going to fly straight up in the air. Bun is going to take the opportunity to an opportunity attack with its hand axe. Swings. Rolls terribly with a natural 1. Kenryu, what do you do?
To attack it with booming blade.
Okay.
There it is.
And
Okay.
it takes the 11 from my last attack too.
Well, let's take the 11 off first.
Finish him.
So give me the total damage.
Oh, let me pull out my calculator. It is 14. Plus 7 plus 2.
43.
43 damage.
Plus the 11 from Booming Blade. Was it 11?
Yeah. Yeah, and then 11 on top of that from 4.
Okay, the creature with this little guy looking at us. This little kid somehow has managed to blind this creature with all 6 of its eyes, which is quite impressive. Actually, can it be blinded? It can be blinded. It's not immune to that. Regardless, it starts flapping its wings, desperate to get out of here. Bun tries to swing at it, just completely whiffs. But Kenryu, you unload on this thing. And you hit it. It tries to fly up in the air. Then the booming blade damage kicks in. And technically you'd need to make a saving throw as giblets of this creature start raining down upon you. Kenryu, crowd loves that.
He's just gonna shout, "This is the blade of the halfway island. Feel my wrath, lion." And then he's gonna attack the lion.
Oh, nice. Crowd is just loving this.
Booming blade for first attack. Ooh, that's a miss.
12 hits.
Oh,
Oh, I was going to say plus a D3, don't forget.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. But 12 does hit.
But that's gonna be 16 right now.
16. Okay.
19 for 5 slashing damage.
Okay. So just hacking into this poor lion.
And then bonus action, I am going to Misty Step away.
Alright.
So this dummy has to move. I'll move like right there though.
Okay. The lion with just these huge... What's the damage if it moves?
8 thunder damage.
The creature stumbles once, stumbles twice into the corner. It doesn't know that this is a fight to a death, and it slowly walks away, and then all of a sudden it stops, it tumbles, clunk, falls to the ground.
Just gonna shout, "I am the Slayer of Lions, Slayer of Chimeras."
Wow, well done. The crowd just
Child
absolutely loves
screaming
it. Wow, well done. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. All right, the crowd cheers. For some reason, the lion makes this noise.
Oh my god.
The Wilhelm scream.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
the Wilhelm scream. I've been waiting to use that, but the lion makes that noise for some reason. Okay, and the crowd's just cheering. Roar! Boone says, "Yeah!" And he rushes over to Kenryu and says, "Kenryu, Slayer of the Chimera! Chair of Lions! Where are you from, son?"
From Halfway Island.
"The champion from Halfway Island!" And he raises your hand and the crowd just goes, "Whoa! Whoa!" Wow. Well done, Kenryu. That was amazing. I would say that's even inspirational. Feel free to take a point of DM inspiration.
yeah.
That was cool. So, well done. And I think what we'll do, we'll pick it up from here next week, as you, I imagine, want to have a conversation with Boone and see what he has to say, and pick it up from there. Sound good, guys?
So, am I hella rich now?
Ah, yeah.
Dope.
4 times. So what?
I put
Net
1,000 gold down.
you get 3,000, right?
Yeah.
So net you go up by 3,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that is hella rich. Ah, well done.
There's no way Soren can carry all that gold.
Oh, he will crawl to the bank with this money.
I know, right? Bro, I'm in the same boat.
Well, you get in platinum, of course, which makes it a lot more reasonable.
Oh,
That's
true.
smart.
What's the platinum value of that?
It's 10 to 1.
Okay, so just take off a 0.
Platinum and muggable as well.
It's okay. You have a champion to protect you, Soren.
That's okay. Soren's gonna go invisible and deposit his money.
Yeah, so feel free to deposit at Mina's Mantra Bank. Don't forget
Yep.
your 1% service fee, but absolutely you can.
Oh, what a ripoff.
What
40 gold gone.
what did Ken and I get from this?
I get, I will do that now. You get 500 each.
Hey, we only put down 100, so that's a pretty good
That's not
return.
bad, yeah.
Very good.
More importantly, the thing you learned is you've voluntarily entered this arena, which is considered number one madness.
Yeah.
A lot of people fight here because they have to fight here. So if you become the champion, as you guys did, you get your freedom, which is kind of a far more valuable currency, which is what Boone will explain to you next week, which is what he was fighting for. He had to defeat this to get his freedom, and he's got his freedom. But we'll untangle those threads next